Well, it took you long enough.
What's the matter?
Our son needs a bone marrow transplant, remember? So what's your decision, Frank? Do we have a baby and keep the paternity a secret? Or do I tell the cops about the fax machines and computers I slept with the other night?
You can't prove any of that office equipment was stolen.
Oh, there's always a way. Shouldn't have locked me up with the stuff, Frank.
You shouldn't have been spying on me, Courtney.
We're wasting time. What's it gonna be? Papa or prison?
I bet the first word you ever learned was blackmail.
No, actually, it was police. You want to hear me say it?
If this is your idea of foreplay, it could use some work.
I need an answer.
What's the hurry? Has Neil gotten worse?
Here you are. I went to Neil's room looking for you. Is there a problem? Oh, no, not at all. Would you excuse us for a minute?
Sure.
Just wanted to let you know that I checked over your file again, and you're not as regular as I thought, so I'd like to do the procedure sooner rather than later.
When did you have in mind?
Well, let's schedule it for tomorrow afternoon.
Nurse Smith, 319 East. Nurse Joanne Smith, 319 East.
How did little old you convince Chris not to marry Julie?
Hey! Get me out of here!
Wake up! Did you have a nice little nap?
You better enjoy this while you can.
I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
What drug did you use?
That doesn't matter. You see, you've been working overtime to destroy my family, so I figured you needed a little rest.
How thoughtful.
Now that you've had your nap, let's have a little fun.
Let's say that I agree to go through with this.
Mm-hmm.
You have the procedure with Joe. You sleep with me, and you cross your fingers and see which brother takes.
No, of course not. I'll only pretend to do the procedure with Joe. But he won't know that.
He is going to find out. I've made that clear.
Frank, haven't you been listening to me? If you don't keep quiet, I will tell the cops about your after-hours job.
Your priorities are so screwed up, Courtney. Neil could die, and you're obsessed with Joe.
My son is always my first concern.
Then act like
I am. Neil loves Joe. He idolizes him. It could kill him if he found out Joe wasn't his father.
If you were really concerned about what's best for Neil, you would let the truth come out. The fact is, you want the secret kept because you want Joe.
What do you expect me to say?
Something new and different, like, I'll do the right thing.
Dr. McLeod, orthopedic. Dr. David McLeod, orthopedic.
You know how long I've wanted Joe back.
What about what I want? Aren't you the one who keeps saying that a good parent has to make sacrifices? Well, maybe your sacrifice is to forget Joe.
I hate to put you in this situation, but it's how it has to be. If you don't do this my way, I will turn you in without a moment's hesitation.
Save your threats.
You'll do it?
Do I have a choice?
Thank you.
It's not just because you're blackmailing me. Because one of Neil's parents has to have the strength to put him first.
Kevin!
Look,
Eve!
I tried to reason with him, okay? I
me
did.
out of
I
here.
told him for the 15 millionth time that he would be
Kevin!
marrying a
Eve,
serial
come on.
killer, and he wouldn't listen to me. I had to take drastic measures.
Drastic is right.
Kevin!
No.
Kevin, get me out of here!
No, don't. If you do that, if you let him go, he'll marry Julie.
I hope you don't think this was a permanent solution.
Well, it could be. It'd be like having a pet. You know, we talk him and feed him and teach him how to roll over.
I think I prefer a Cocker Spaniel.
If you two don't get me out of here right now, I'm gonna have you arrested.
Hold
for
on.
kidnapping.
Like that's gonna get you out.
Ave, I think it's just time we let the little stray go home.
No! Oh! No! You can't! Don't,
Chris!
No! Don't let him go! No! Oh.
You are the one who should be locked up.
You want to kill me, Baldwin? Go ahead. There's no time like the present.
No. I don't want to kill you quickly. I want to take some time with it. Savor it. You know what I mean? But first things first. We need to get rid of your bodyguards. What's the number?
Your drug has impaired my memory.
Well, you better get your memory back, otherwise I'm going to stick this in you. And you're going to be dead in about 3 seconds. How do you like that?
Is that designed to frighten me?
No, it's designed to suffocate you. Now, which door do you want? This one or this one?
It's number 3 on the speed dial.
You better not be messing with me.
Julie won't come to the phone. What did you tell her?
I just saved you from making the biggest mistake of your life. Okay, you should be thanking
I
me.
should be having you arrested. What did you think locking me in a closet would accomplish?
I thought it might buy me some time to try and convince you out of this marriage from hell.
Eve, I have told you over and over, I want Julie to be my wife. Where do you get off deciding differently?
I'm only trying to protect you, Chris. You're not thinking clearly right now.
That's your opinion.
Eve's intentions were good, although her actions were questionable.
I'm going to ask you again. What did you tell Julie?
I told her what you should have told her from the beginning. That this marriage is not going to happen.
Let me ask you something. Is this really about you wanting to protect me, or is it something else?
Like what?
Like maybe you don't like the idea of your old pal Chris having another person in his
Oh,
life.
that's ridiculous.
Let's not make this something that it isn't. This is about the possibility of Julie being dangerous.
Hey, Julie never locked me in a closet.
Yeah, but she bricked me into a wall. Does that count?
She wasn't herself.
You're thinking with your wallet instead of your brain.
Is it so far beyond your comprehension to believe I might actually care about Julie?
The only thing you care about is her money.
You know something? I thought you were my friend. Just crazy notion of mine, I guess. You only want me around when you need my help or you want to control my life.
No, that's not true.
Look, if you don't want to accept my wanting to marry Julie, that's your problem. I've had it.
Okay, fine. But when Julie puts ground glass into your meatloaf, don't come whining to me.
Hey, you don't have to worry about anything like that. Because I won't be asking you for anything anytime soon. Maybe ever.
No. Everything is fine. I just need a little quiet for a while. I have some major business to take care of. You and the others can take off a couple of days. George. Never mind. I can handle it. You go ahead and leave.
Good. Now it's just me and you.
Hardly a fair fight.
Was it fair when you cut Lucy's brakes? Was it fair when you almost killed a little child?
You are big on accusations, but you never have any evidence.
Oh, shut up and own up to something once in your life.
Whatever I've done, I do it again because you are who
you are who you are. You're a psychopath, pining away for a woman who dumped you. You know what? I think there are some letters from my mother here.
Isn't none of your business.
Yes, I think Lucy said that they're right up here.
Do not touch those letters.
Shut up. Now, let's see. There they are. Just where she said they'd be. Dear David, it's been a while since I left Algeria. Things are going well for me in Boston. Better than I expected. When was this letter written? Let's see. Oh, here it is, 1959. My father was in Boston in 1959. Do you think that's a coincidence?
Nice try.
Yeah, my mother went there to be with my father. So, basically, this is a Dear John letter.
It's like hell.
She was dumping you. You were being dumped.
You're a pitiful liar. That's obvious from everything you say. You don't have a shred of respect for your mother.
I have all kinds of respect for my mother because she went after the guy she was really in love with. Struggle. Go on. The only way you're getting out of here is in a body bag.
So, we'll just switch Joe's sample with yours.
It's not gonna work.
It has to. But, just in case, we need to do our best to make a baby tonight.
The more we try, the better your chances to conceive.
Joe's working graveyard.
And Lark's with a friend for the weekend. So. Okay.
Look, I know this seems really ridiculous. We never had a problem before, but, this, command performance, it's strange.
You, want me to do a little dance, get you in the mood?
Look, Frank, I know you think I can just do it at the drop of a hat, but it's not that simple.
I don't get it. Blackmail has always been one of your favorite aphrodisiacs.
Mm-hmm. And danger was always yours.
Blackmail. Danger.
I can't do this.
Adam is keeping a secret.
Once those lab tests come back on Colby's stem cells, they're going to point out that Jake is not her daddy.
And his marriage depends on it.
Jake and I are giving Colby's cells to Dimitri.
You can't go through with it. This is not your decision to make.
How far will Adam go to cover his tracks?
Nobody outsmarts me.
Escape with All My Children, ABC Daytime.
Oh, Frank, how did we get ourselves into this? I just wanted two simple things. A healthy son and Joe.
It all seems so easy at first. I help you break up Joe and Karen. You help me get the L56 money from Chris. Neither of us ended up with anything. You know, I take that back. I found out that I am Neil's father, and that is amazing.
Oh, Frank, you know, sometimes I feel like you're the only person I can just be me with.
Same here. Pretty ironic, isn't it, considering the way we're always at each other's throats?
Well, life would be pretty boring if we didn't fight.
So you're doing me a favor when you call me a chump.
Mm-hmm. Somebody has to tell you the truth. You know what? That's a lie. You're not a chump. You're strong. I could use a little bit of that strength right now. Maybe you were right when you said I didn't have the guts to make the sacrifices I need to make.
You not have guts? You are fighting like a tiger to hold on to what you want. Even though some of it, spelled J-O-E, may not be what's good for you.
Yeah, well, you can recognize that behavior, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice, being with someone who knows me so well.
Tell me about it.
Why does Chris refuse to believe that I'm just looking out for his best interests?
I'm afraid we have to admit that we lost this one.
I hate losing.
Well, neither one of us wants Chris to marry Julie, but holding him hostage here isn't the answer.
You're right. I should have just driven over to General Hospital and performed a lobotomy.
Well, look at it this way. So what if Chris and Julie get married? It's not like Julie's out of Ferncliff. She hasn't even had her trial yet. We still have time to stop her.
The thought of that woman being released is horrific. And I suppose if she's still in Ferncliff, Chris may be somewhat safe. But if she is released, forget it.
I don't know. For all we know, maybe Julie's the one we should be worried about. Chris could do her in and get his hands on all that money.
That's not funny.
The point is, Chris isn't some naive innocent.
Fine. If he wants to marry a serial killer, let him. But I'm not going to stop worrying about you.
Why me? I'm not marrying her.
When Julie went on her killing spree, you were her main target. Now, I have already lost too much in my life. I don't know what I'd do if I lost you too.
You're not going to lose me. So forget about it. As for Chris, who knows? I've worked with Julie long enough to know how insecure she is. She just might refuse to take him back.
Anything happened on the way to the wedding?
Unless you were hit by a tractor trailer, I don't want to hear it.
Julie, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't bother apologizing. The way I see it, you did me a huge favor by not showing up. Saved me from marrying a man I could never trust.
It's not my fault. I was late. Eve locked me in a closet.
It doesn't matter if she locked you in a trunk and dumped it in the middle of the Atlantic. If you wanted to be here, you would have.
Come on, you're being completely illogical. I couldn't be.
Oh, you should have found a way, broken down the closet door or something, but you didn't. And that tells me it never would have worked between us.
No, you're making a mistake.
No, I'm correcting one.
This is good scotch. You thirsty? You know, that drug will do that to you. Want a sip? Well, suit yourself. But you know what? I want to have a little conversation now.
I have nothing to say to you.
Yeah, no, I think you do. You're going to love this because it's going to be about you. See, I'm just trying to figure out what got you so twisted. Why you're such a lowlife. Was it the time that you were tortured in Algeria, or did you just have a twisted little sick childhood?
You know nothing about me.
Oh, yes, I do. I think you were all twisted before my mother left you. I think she discovered just how sick you really are. And it made her sick the same way it made Lucy sick all the time.
I wouldn't be too sure about that.
Okay, let's cut to 1999. You come to town, you torture me. You make me pay for being my father's son. Then what? You're gonna crawl away? I don't think so. When is it gonna end, Bordiso?
Never.
Right. That's what I suspected. That's why I'm gonna end it.
If that's what you really want to do, then why don't you just go ahead and do it?
Yeah, well, I will. Because it'll be like stepping on a cockroach. That's about what will matter to me. And I also want you to know that when you do go to your grave, nobody's going to care about you.
Are you sure you want to go ahead with this? Aren't you too smart for that, Baldwin?
You messed with my family, and I'm going to eliminate you, Bordizo. And guess what? I've got some good news. It's going to be fun, because it's going to be nice and slow. And painful. Rat poison. Appropriate, huh?
Bordizo, you there?